It took me an hour to really come up with what am I going to say about what happened to Bernie Sanders today. He didn't have a heart attack. Apparently, he had a blocked artery. But I have to wonder, since I am not a socialist douchebag like him, I'm sorry that he, had a heart procedure. He is 90,000 years old. But besides that, him being a socialist douche canoe and me being not, would he care if he knew me personally and knew that I was on the right of Mao and Pol Pot and Mussolini, etc.? If he knew it was right of them, would he care that I had a heart attack and a heart procedure, or not even a heart attack, to say a heart procedure? Do you think he would care? Do you think his sycophant followers would care that I had something like that? I don't, but I'm just saying it's kind of like a thought exercise here. I don't necessarily care, nor do I necessarily don't care about. I'm kind of in the middle with this guy. He is a socialist. We know that. I've repeated that. But I'm just trying to figure out, should I care about this or should I not care about this? I'm kind of in the middle. It's like, okay, he's old. He canceled his campaign events from now on because of his procedure, if you will. But I don't know. I'm always in this place to where, should I, follow the same path these socialist douchebags and far leftists do, or should I, take the high road? And it seems like every time you take the high road, they always try to undercut the road and try to bring you down to them. So what do you just keep going higher, or do you get down in the belly of the beast, if you will, or in the valley, and you fight them with words? I'm not talking about the other stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence here. I don't know. I hope he gets better, I guess. I mean, but again, he is a socialist. He's the antithesis of what I believe. So do I want him to get better? I guess. I mean, so I can continue to, challenge his ideas and hopefully people don't get suckered in to socialism. I don't know. But I don't, like I said, it's just kind of a weird, it is a weird thing that you shouldn't revel in just because of, if you believe in karma or if you don't, but should you really revel in someone's, misfortune? I don't know. I honestly, I don't want to revel in this, but I'll leave it at that. We'll go into the story real quick and wrap it up. Wow, he's 78. So Sanders he had a heart procedure for a blocked artery, was canceled events appearances until further notice. Yeah, there is some recovery time. He is 78, by the way. Sanders was in Las Vegas. According to a campaign statement, he experienced chest discomfort during a campaign event Tuesday and sought medical evaluation. 2 stents were successfully inserted, and Sanders conversing in good spirits. His wife, Jane O'Mara Sanders, was en route to Los Angeles on Wednesday and said in an email to the Associated Press that her husband was doing really well. Tick Segerbloom, a Clark County, Nevada commissioner who was at Sanders' fundraiser Tuesday, said Sanders seemed fine. He spoke well and jumped up on stage. There was just nothing visible. I kind of seriously doubt he jumped up on stage. The Democratic field's oldest candidate, Sanders sometimes jokingly referred to his own age at town halls and other events, especially when interacting with younger participants. His aides have tried to project him as a candidate with energy levels and surpass his 2016 presidential campaign. He's one of 3 candidates over 70, which has spurred debate over whether the party should rally behind a new generation of political leaders. They mean white people. And President Donald Trump is 73. Sanders' health issue is a concern to revive that discussion in the weeks before the next presidential debate this month. Sanders' campaign manager, Faiz Shakir, oh my God, was on a telephone call with supporters Tuesday night but didn't mention his health concerns about the candidate. Shakir said the state of the campaign is strong. Like the Tacoma Narrows Bridge.
Tacoma Bridge, Washington, opened only a few months ago, was built at a cost of over $6 million. Structure. These are some of the most amazing pictures ever recorded by a newsreel. The actual collapse of the world's 3rd largest suspension bridge.
And he played up Sanders' strong fundraising total in the third quarter. Vermont Senator's campaign raised $25 million, the highest among candidates who have reported so far. And it scheduled its first television ads in Iowa. On Wednesday, he suspended those spots too. His health issue has come as Sanders' campaign has been trying to turn a corner after summer that saw him eclipsed as the premier liberal in the field of Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, well behind Warren and Biden in most polls, and recently reshuffled his staffing in early states to become more competitive. Given his recent stalls in the polls, the timing is pretty bad here, Democratic strategist Jim Manley said of Sanders' heart procedure. Sanders' rivals were quick to wish him well, as they would. That's what Julian Castro said. Senator Heels in the Air Harris is what she said. Sanders mounted an insurgent campaign against Hillary Clinton for the party's nomination in 2016. He's a top contender, but he's facing off stiff. This article. Oh, he's stiff. Uh-oh. In 2000, the former New Jersey Senator Bill Bradley, the leading Democratic challenger to the then Vice President Al Gore, had to cut short a campaign swing for treatment for atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat that is treatable but potentially serious. Bradley later resumed his campaign. In Sanders' case, when doctors insert a stent, they first thread a tiny balloon inside a blocked artery to widen it. A stent is a small wire mesh tube that is propped inside the artery to keep it open. Number of stents needed depends on the size of the clog. The treatment can immediately improve symptoms such as chest pain or shortness of breath. The stents are threaded into place through blood vessels in a groin or wrist, requiring only a tiny incision. The most are coated with medication to prevent the target artery from reclosing that is still at risk, requiring monitoring, and patients also often prescribe blood thinners to prevent clots from forming in the stents. A letter released by Sanders' physician in 2016 cited history of mildly elevated cholesterol, but no heart disease. Again, I'm kind of in this mood right now. And it's been this mood I've had for a while on whether I should really just sort of not wish ill will on somebody, but when something like this comes up, should I care? Should I not care? I don't know. I want to think I'm a good person, and I want to think that I wouldn't do what they would do to me, or because I know for a fact if Bernie Sanders got in control, he would have his goon squad out there to kill people like myself, my family, who don't support him. Now, that's a big thing to say. I agree. But I honestly believe that you give these socialists and communists control over this country, they will try to push that. It won't be at first where they're gonna send goon squads out there to kill you. But if they get enough power over a longer period of time, they just need their foot in the door. You need a socialist president just to kind of like get their foot in the door. Once they do that, then they start the ball rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. And you're going to get caught up in that. And that's just my opinion, okay? So I guess, with all my rambling here, if you say, I guess I should wish him well. He seems well. He didn't have a heart attack. It was just a blocked artery. Pretty big one for 2 stents. And he's not going anywhere. But I don't think he's going to make the Democratic presidential nominee. I honestly think it's probably going to be Warren or Biden. Now, even with Biden's Ukrainian ties, I still think that he'll probably get in just because the Democrats have no other choice. But we'll see. Enough of that. Lazalot.
Tacoma Bridge, Washington.